guys, welcome back to my channel. Special little lady here with me today. She wasn't going to be doing this with me, but she's off school because she's poorly. So I said, I've got to film a video. And she's like, I want to be in it too. So she's going to be like my little assistant, aren't you?
And you're like my black gingerbread pumpkin back.
Yeah, we got this from Pep & Co.
And it was when I was in there, was it?
Yes, we got when you weren't there. She's having Christmas jumper week at school, so they break up on Friday, so we're hoping that a day off with lots of medicine, lots of heat, lots of rest will get her better, because they're doing all their Christmas like parties and giving out cards and stuff, so obviously she doesn't want to miss that. But I've got a gift guide to film. Obviously I wanted to film it now, we've still got time to get things. So it's a bit for specific ones. There's not a lot really to show or suggest, but it is okay.
Yeah.
But it's more of like if you got someone to buy for that's kind of into their health right now, or mental health or anything like that, then I just wanted to suggest some gifts, because
Still got eyeshadow on.
you've still got eyeshadow on, yes. Because I've struggled with my mental health on and off for years, pretty much a long time, and anxiety and things like that. So I've obviously kind of suggested things that have helped me get through it. And a lot of the time when I go through rough patches, it tends to be when I let some of these things slide, like I manifest, I meditate, I do love attraction. Cookie-Dough just great at me because she's not getting any attention. And when I kind of slide for some of those, so I've just been really busy or not feeling well, I noticed my mental health dips. So I thought this might be a good gift guide. Obviously, with the world the way it is right now, and energy prices going up and everything, I know a lot of people are stressed, and obviously stress can lead to depression and things like that. So I've got a few things to show you, and then just things that I'll show you on the screen. So you can pass me these when I ask for them. Is it okay?
Can we speak, please?
Of course you can speak.
Because I'm wearing eyeshadow.
She's wearing glittery eyeshadow, aren't you?
Yeah, but not my mummy because she's being silly right now, but it's her eyeshadow.
Yeah. So
hang on, I haven't finished speaking, you silly monkey.
Go on then.
And it's like lovely if someone sad and you bring them a gift of eyeshadow.
There you go. So eyeshadow is a good gift. Right.
What's
so
your good gift?
chocolate.
Buy somebody some chocolate if they're sad.
Yeah. So before we get started, please consider subscribing if you aren't already. If you are and you're coming back, then thank you so much. And I hope that you enjoy this video. If you do, please give it a big thumbs up. It doesn't.
And
Subscribe, yeah. And if you hit a thumbs up, it doesn't make me money or anything like that, but I obviously know what kind of content you guys like. So, one of the first things I'm going to suggest is, I don't know if I'm saying this right, but a Himalayan salt lamp. Now, I've only been to about 3 spas in my life, but they've always had one of these, and there's just something about them that I think if it goes in a spa, it's supposed to relax you, and it's a good idea. So, yeah, apparently they're really good to they improve the air quality, they can improve your sleep, improve your mood, and they look really pretty. You can get really small ones right now. I picked one up in one of my other gift guides this year from B&M, which was like £3.50. It's like this big. I thought it was great for someone's like office, or if they're in like maybe a dorm room that have a lot of space, they could have one of those. Or if someone's really into it, they can obviously take that travelling, because it's like a little one that goes in like a USB thing. Obviously you can get huge ones on Amazon and places like that. Yeah, so that is one. I think that's brilliant for everyone, like a best friend or even a guy, anyone can have a lamp. That's my first one. My second one, I do have something to show you for this one, is I always love getting photos of things now. It started when I had Jasmine. I wasn't really a photo person, and then for Christmas, for her first Christmas, she got me a phone case, which it was like a flip case, so I had pictures all over it of her and Cookie-Dough, who's pottering around eating. And I don't know, it just made me smile. And when I had postnatal depression, it was really bad. I actually had some memory loss, and I had one of those digital photo frames, and at the time it was kind of nice just have them playing, because I couldn't, I had lost big chunks of time. It's not something I want to talk about really in this video, but maybe we'll in another one. But just kind of having those memories made me feel like I was still connected somehow. And now I'm in the literacy picture and everything, where you can get blankets, you can get cushions, you can get like flask bottles, so if you work on like a job site or something and you take like a flask of tea, you can have a picture of your grandchildren or your wife or your husband or your cat or your dog. And I think they're just being surrounded by people, especially if you live far away, or you know, you've got people that like got really busy schedules and so they can't really pop in all the time. Having like pictures of them, especially when you go out of the house, like you go on holiday and you can have them on your phone case, or you know, go on holiday and have them on a bag or something. I think that's something really nice. One place I order mine from at the moment, because I've kind of been like working alongside them, is Boho Photo, which I will pop in the description box below. And they kindly, this video is not sponsored at all, and I've had this for a long time. There's a couple of things as well I've been sent and I've had for a long time, but I just thought they were worth mentioning in this video. So this one is a cushion, obviously. I have these guys that you can see here, and what I like about this one is it comes with the insert. I ordered a cushion cover once and it's my fault, it's clearly said cover. I thought it had a cushion, so that was fun when that arrived. And this one is sustainable, like a lot of their products are made with sustainable materials, which is super important right now. And they also plant a tree, so I'll leave their link below so you can go and have a look. But they do so many different things, different patterns, different designs. I mean, I chose this heart one here, but you can get all sorts of different ones, black and white, everything you can think of. So I'll link those down below, but I think that's a really nice gift. Come on then.
And even now, because it's on my rainbow thing I'm just sitting on, and with our sweet dog in this Christmas pudding jumper called Cookie-Dough,
Yeah,
hey!
what she means is this picture was taken of the two of them. Here, you see this rainbow, which is what she's sitting on here. Yeah, which is what she's sitting on here.
And it's to help me sit up and put it behind you.
Yeah. So then the third thing is, I forgot myself. She's so distracting, aren't you, little monkey? So a third thing would be a juicer and a blender. This is obviously brilliant for anyone that is getting into their well-being, more like health conscious and things like that. So obviously they can make smoothies, they can make juices, protein powders in it, protein shakes rather in it, and things like that. Obviously you could get a whole set if you want to get a soup maker, and they can make like tons of soup. I have a friend that's more into fitness than I am. I like fitness, but she's super into it, and she makes all these like really cool soups and everything. So that's something to think about if someone's like kind of on that, you know, want to be in a diet journey. Sometimes just getting them something like that can help them kind of go along with it. And then my next one.
What noise is she? What noise is she even making?
Suppose you've got you heavy breathing because you've got the flu. This one's heavy breathing because she's holding her breath, trying really hard not to get to you. Right, so let me on with the video, please. This has been a very long one. Fourth thing I want to show you is, again, if someone's kind of into fitness, but maybe have anxiety or something like that, so they don't necessarily want to go to the gym, or maybe they work a lot. So, you know, once you're adding like a 20-minute commute to the gym, 20-minute commute from the gym, sometimes you can't be bothered, especially when it's cold like it is now. So this wasn't gifted, this was actually a gift to me at Christmas last year from my parents. I don't know how you can see that, but it's a Davinia, I can never say her name, Davinia McCall little set. It's just this cute little pouch. And then in here, I don't think they're all in here because I've taken some out, I've been working out. But there are these resistance bands, so each one is a different colour and a different like intensity strength. This one's like medium, you have light, and they just come in little plastic pouches. You get 5 in all, and they're brilliant. Obviously if somebody works away a lot, they could take them with them. And when I did photo shoots more regularly, I had anorexia quite bad, and I would be paranoid about not working out and things like that. So I would take things like this with me, and I had like an ab circle, and when I had like a break in between, I would just going into like my dressing room and doing a few reps of something, just calm me down. Yeah, so that's useful. Plus obviously, if you know they haven't got a lot of money, gym memberships are expensive. I prefer working out at home. You could obviously sign up to an online gym. There's tons, which I can recommend down below, where they can get, you know, like 15-minute workouts. Like they're literally made for like busy mums, busy dad, the workaholic. So they're literally like burn 500 calories in 20 minutes. And a lot of them have healthy recipes on as well, so you could get them a subscription and something like just a little tool to go with them, or like some hand weights or something like that. But I like this kind of came in a whole little set, and it's kind of got beginner bands all the way up. I mean, that's the hardest one. Hold on, that's the hardest one, and I can't. when I've been working out for a long time I can do it, but it's pretty tough.
Because I'm sure that one's got 5 spots and this one got 10. And normally this is what like it's stretch. But try this one, this is easy, it's got 2 spots.
Yeah. Okay, so my next suggestion is an essential oil set and a diffuser. Now they use oils a lot in spas and therapy sessions and things like that because they're supposed, depending on what you use, depends on whether it helps you kind of feel relaxed or reduce anxiety or make you feel more calm or make you feel more centered or kind of promotes like a better sleep. So I think that's a really nice gift to give someone, especially if you get the diffuser and they also got like a complete set. And again, you can pick them up from places like B&M, Asda. You can obviously get more expensive ones. You can get really fancy ones from like Amazon and the White Company and places like that. So I think it's easy to like kind of cater for every single budget. And again, it's kind of universal. You can give them to a teen as long as they're responsible. You can give them to a man, to a woman, to a couple. So I think that's a really good gift. And then another one kind of in with that, crystals. So as you know, crystals have been used for centuries to promote like, you know, better kind of physical and mental and emotional health depending on what you believe and how you use them. And there's different crystals for different things, like whether you want to bring in love or money or reduce stress or better health, all these different things. But if you go to places like Amazon, you can actually find kits, so you get kind of one of each of like the main stones, and then it might be nice to get them a little book that shows them how to use them, because I know a little bit about crystals and I've only recently started using them, and I do find them, I know a lot of people say these things are a matter of the mind, but if it helps your mind kind of get into these things and that helps you feel better, then it doesn't matter, right? So okay, so with this one I would get like a book, because with the crystals you're supposed to charge them. I don't mean like plugging them in, it's a whole thing. So if you're going to get somebody a kit that maybe has expressed interest in it or they've never used it, then I would get a book so that they know exactly what to use and what crystal goes for what thing and stuff like that. But I think that could be a really nice one. And again, you can go for like basic crystal sets, or you can go for the ones that are like supposedly sent by the gods and they're like thousands of pounds. I mean, that's a little crazy to me for a rock, but I'm just saying that you can kind of alter your budget. You can also get them made into necklaces and things like that. But I think that a set is just really good if someone's starting out, so they've kind of got like a whole array of them at their disposal. Next thing I've got to show you is this. Now I like journaling, and I think that intentional journaling and manifesting and all that stuff is really important. It's been important to me anyway. It's helped me more than probably anything else has. And I've tried a few over the past, like the law of attraction one. I've been sent others to try, but at the moment my favourite one, and I think because it's not overly complicated, like the law of attraction one that you'll probably see a lot of people go on about, especially influencers, it's really good. It's really in depth, which the only thing is it takes a lot of time to fill it in. It is still brilliant. It's good if you kind of, if you're a bit scatterbrained and you want to kind of really organise your thoughts, really organise your goals, your days, your dreams, kind of your path in life, then it's brilliant. But it's not something you're just going to pick up and do really quick, like on the way out the door. It does take some time, but it's still a brilliant one. But one that I've liked recently, and I think it's because it's shorter, it's kind of a bit easier and quicker for me to fill in. Put this one over your face. Because it's kind of, you look like a little glitter, you look like this ball. Because it's just like kind of easier and quicker for me to fill in, is this one, and it's by the Journal Doll, and it just says happy mind, happy soul. And the good thing is with most of these, including the Law of Attraction one, is that you can literally start them whenever you want to. There's no like set date, so you have to write the date in yourself. It just has things here like, this morning I am feeling, my intentions for today I will do. And there's only like a small section, so you don't have to like write, like, it kind of helps you. Obviously I can get a to-do list, but the fact that it's kind of like got a small section means I kind of prioritise a bit more and think, oh, I kind of fit about 8 on here, and I kind of go for the 8 most important ones rather than trying to think that I've got 50 hours in a day when I don't. It's also a to-do list. How can I make today fabulous? How many people can you compliment today? Then it says like, come back to this and write what compliment you gave. And then each day has like a different affirmation. So this is like, happiness starts with me first, and you repeat it 10 times. and then it's like, today I'm grateful for, and then little sections have little cute quotes in it. And then there are different bits, so like the next day might be taken away today, fabulous, and then where do you see yourself in 1 year's time? Don't think about the how or why, anything is possible. So doll, if you could live your wildest dreams, where do you see yourself in 1 year? How will you feel this time next year when your dreams become your reality? And then you kind of go through, and each one, they're fairly similar, but each one, every now and again, will get something different. Like, this is what's on your effort list. And like, wasting time on non-important tasks drains all your good energy. So it kind of changes it up as it goes along as well. This is a brilliant one. And this was gifted to me, again, not for this video. I've had this for months now, but I wanted to include it in this video because I thought it was a good one. And the lady that does this is amazing. I will again link her down below as well. She's kind of like a one-woman band, and she's even gone to other countries and helped, you know, less fortunate people, which if you follow her over on Instagram, you can see her journey about the children that she worked with. She even sponsors some now, and yeah, it's a whole nice concept of it, I think. So, but obviously there are other ones. This is the one I've used, probably 4 different ones now. This is the one I really connect with, and I think because I've also connected with the founder and the creator, and like learned where she's come from with it and her own journey, just feel a bit more connected, I guess. Plus the thing with this one is not only is it chunky and beautiful, it comes in a beautiful colour and everything like that, but also she's really on hand. So, you know, if you were a bit unsure how you're supposed to kind of complete a bit of this or fill this in, you literally, you know, she's not a big company, so you literally send her a DM and she responds. She's really sweet. So that's another one. The same with this one here, again the same, super small business. You know, if you're struggling with what to buy or like dimensions and things like that, you literally send them a DM. You know, you're not waiting for 24 hours for an email or anything like that, which is what I like about some of these smaller businesses. You literally send them an email about, can't get my dimensions right, and a DM about it, and they're back to you straight away. So there's some good options. And then the last one I'm going to show you, well, actually my second to last one I'm going to show you, is maybe get a self-help book. There are so many out there. I will put some on the screen now. You can get them more specific. So I've had some in the past about eating disorders. I've had some in the past about social anxiety, because I'm not, I mean, you add one more person to the list for Christmas, which my parents have done a few years, and 9 times out of 10 I'll look for every excuse not to go. Even if I know the person, I can just get really overwhelmed really fast. They had 2 weddings this year, and the same sort of thing. I know 90% of the people at both weddings, and I can still get super anxious. Like, I'll kind of stay in my own bubble with like my daughter, or like my daughter, maybe my aunt or something like that. So I've had things, you know, just try and help that in the past. If you don't know what to get more specific, like if it's not, you know, they're not struggling with starting a business or self-belief or an eating disorder or maybe alcoholism or anything like that, then get more of like a generic one where it's more about perhaps law of attraction, or it's just about being the best you. And again, there are tons of those. As I said, they should be rotating on the screen, or they've already done that. But the ones I've enjoyed, a few actually, is by The Secret. So I've had another one which is called The Daily Teachings, which is like you read a page a day, and that stuck with me quite a lot and changed some of my habits. And this one is called The Power. So I'll just read the back of it for you. This is probably the one I most recommend out of all the Secret ones I've read so far. So this one says, you're meant to have an amazing life. In this book, I want to show you the way to an amazing life. There is so much for you to know about life, and it is all good. In fact, it is beyond good. It is phenomenal. Life is so much easier than you think it is, and as you come to understand the way life works and the power you have inside you, you'll experience the magic of life in its fullness, and then you'll have an amazing life. Now let the magic of your life begin. There's also a series of this on Netflix, I believe, but again, it's just another really great one. It's easy to read as well. I mean, I read somewhere that successful people read like 10 pages at the beginning of the day, so that's what I started doing. I did this and I got through it quick. I've read it twice and I wanted to absorb some bits. And I did the same with some of the self-help books as well. That's probably the one that I recommend the most. Out of all the ones I've read that are just kind of generic, that's probably one where, I don't know, it's just the way it's written. They're all brilliant. Like, I've read Good Life, Good Vibes and all that, but I don't know. I think because they're like, I don't know, there's just something about it that I find really sticks. Maybe it's because it's kind of been hyped up now, this whole law of attraction thing. So maybe that already makes me think, well, it must work, because I know a lot of people that have used it and they're so successful now, or they're so much happier. And yeah, but I wanted to recommend some things I've actually read. There's some going on the screen, or have been on the screen, that I haven't read, but they've got brilliant reviews, and then some that I have read. But this one has been read twice already, and I did think of giving it away, but I kind of want to read it again. I don't know why. It makes me feel empowered. And I get to the end, I'm a little deflated, like, oh, where's my pep talk? It's like a bit of a pep talk. I think that's what makes it a bit different. It's not just giving you knowledge or advice, it's like a pep talk, and I like that. A single mom, so I don't really have an adult walking around here going, you can do it. You tell me though, don't you?
Yes, baby bear.
So it's like a little pep talk. And then the last thing, a bit random, it's kind of like a hand pat, but I thought what was cute is that if it's maybe somebody that's kind of on a path of self-discovery, or you know, enlightenment or better health or something like that, you kind of cater it to them. So you could put in a self-help book, you could put in like a aromatherapy candle, depending on your budget. You could put in a few things like one of the lamps that I spoke about, and if you're on a health kind of kick, you could put in like a recipe book and maybe a subscription. Maybe like a juicer or something like that. But I thought another one that you could do for anyone really, but especially if they're if maybe they're working on their mental health, and perhaps because they've not been in a very good place, is online you can get from a lot of places these positivity cards, which I will show you now, and they're basically like 100 quotes. You can get somewhere it's like one a day. You can even get calendars of it, you know, you rip the page off, and they're kind of like one a day. It just kind of pumps you up a little bit. But I thought, so you could easily do that and add that in there. But I thought what might be nice is if someone's really down on themselves, perhaps you could write your own little cards and put them in the gift hamper. Excuse me, lazy bum. And maybe it could be like they have open one a week. So maybe you get yourself like a little box from like Poundland or somewhere. Just write little cards and tell them that they're instructed to take one out a week, like maybe on a Monday or a day that they find hard for some reason. And it could just be like 52 things I like about you, or I love about you. And I mean, imagine if like at the end of the year someone has randomly just told you once a week something that's fantastic about you, whether it's like you always make me laugh, you light up the room, you know, you never give up, you know, or like I remember when we did this, you know, just I think they can be really nice, thoughtful gifts. Plus the fact that it's handmade, I think means it makes a lot more of an impression. Obviously you can stick that in a hamper with like maybe their favourite chocolate, their favourite slippers, like some cozy slippers, their favourite chocolate, maybe a bottle of wine if that's what they like, or not wine, depending on obviously like their situation. Maybe you could put in a picture of you guys, just a few different things, maybe their favourite movie or something. But yeah, I think hamper's like when you can kind of cater, so whatever kind of mental health or kind of like physical health or wellness or well-being, or any of that stuff they're going kind of wanting to get into, or they are on that path of, or that journey, then you could kind of help their journey by getting them a hamper of different things, either catered specifically to that or catered more so to them, just to let them know that they're loved. And I think this time of year is really beautiful for people. It can also be a really sad time for people, and sometimes just having like something unexpected is really nice, which is why I thought those cards would be a good idea. I did do that for a friend once. We are kind of like estranged now because she's moved countries and stuff like that, but I did it when she went to uni, and I didn't think much of it. I didn't forget about it, but I didn't think much of it. And I always remember that she said that she didn't realise those things about herself. So when she then mentioned to somebody that she thought she had like a quirky sense of humour, and I said like, you can make the most boring things seem really funny, that then she mentioned that to someone else and was like, I don't know if like quirky, like is that good or bad? And then she said she couldn't believe how many people said, yeah, like you might, like it could be a boring day and you make it hilarious. And so now she says that she feels that she's really funny. And I do follow her over on Instagram. Like we follow each other. We've become just kind of like out of touch because like time differences, and she's got like 4 kids now and stuff. But she's actually started like her own little comedy thing on YouTube. I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean, she started like a comedy thing on YouTube, and she's done a couple karaoke bars in Australia as well. And I think that's just not that I had anything to do with it, but the fact that that was something she didn't even know about herself, and just from one person writing it for her, and then her saying to someone else about what was written and them kind of confirming it gave her this confidence to realise that she's actually funny when she, you know, the thing, like the kind of jokes you shouldn't laugh at. She was like that. Don't kick the thing, sweetheart. It's actually like that. So the fact that she's actually realised that she's like that, and now she's on this different journey in life. So sometimes you don't know how those small things can really make an impact. Yeah, you want to add? Do you think you have any good gifts to make people feel better or anything?
Yeah.
What?
But I'm sorry I kicked it. Yeah.
That's okay. What can you think of?
Giving somebody a pack of 24 and 824 pack of glitters.
124 pack of glitters is Jasmine's idea. That would be good.
What's your idea, Sweetie Pie?
Sweetie Pie. I just caught with 10 ideas, I think, or 9 or 11. I don't know. I lost count. But don't you think it'd be cuddle? I think a cuddle would be a good one as well. I mean, obviously, if they like cuddling, we like cuddles, don't we?
Yes.
Looks like I'm strangling Jasmine. Look, looks like I'm strangling you. Yes, Cookie-Dough, come for a cuddle. This one is like his cuddle. She's like,
She's so crazy.
yeah. Do you remember?
And she like hurts people with her body, silly scratch face.
She reminds me of Dopey on Snow White, and he keeps going back to the queue for a kiss. That's this one for cuddles, isn't it? There's cuddles going. Cookie-Dough's got to be in there. That's her tail wagging, if you can hear it hitting the bag. But yeah, so those are my ideas. Thanks so much for watching this video. I'm sorry it's been a little bit hectic with 2 little guests. But thanks so much for watching. I hope it gave you some ideas if you've got someone that you don't really know what to buy for, and maybe you want to make them smile a bit extra this year. As I said, a lot of these can be bought small or big or branded or not branded, and in my experience they're all kind of the same. But yeah, please comment down below if you can think of anything I may have missed, and I hope you'll have a great Christmas. I do have 2 more videos planned. One is video, one is a vlog, but you know, life and sickness bugs keep getting us. We've both been off with tonsillitis, and then this one I think it's coming back. So you never know. I do plan to film twice more, but in case life gets in the way and that doesn't happen, I just want to wish you all a really great Christmas, and I hope that it's a happy one. Want to say bye?
Bye. Gotta get a subscribe.